Many animals in the animal kingdom can grow horns. Mainly the males have horns, but in some species, the females can have horns as well. They all use them for different reasons, from protecting themselves from predators to fighting, and sometimes for digging their food or peeling barks of trees. Horns also come in all shapes and sizes, but today we're going to talk about the 10 animals with the biggest horns in the world. Let's get started. Number 10. Ankole-Watusi cattle. The Ankole-Watusi is a quite new and modern American breed of domestic cattle. They trace their heritage to the Sangha cattle from Africa, and this modern breed emerged in the 1960s from breeding between the Sangha cattle and a Canadian domestic breed. They remain really rare, and as of 2016, there were around 1,500 members of this species, and around 80% of them were located in the United States. Many of the males can weigh from 992 to 1,609 pounds, while the females are quite smaller. Their most noticeable feature is the very long horns that can measure 40.7 inches point to point, and each is around 37.5 inches long. Due to this, the animal has the largest horn spread in any breed of domestic cattle, even becoming a world record in the Guinness World Records list. Number 9. Addax. If you know what an antelope is, then Addax is the same thing, it just has long twisted horns. The Addax is also known as the white antelope and is part of the spiral horn group. It's an endangered animal that inhabits the Sahara Desert. However, only a few remain in the wild due to the uncontrolled hunting of these animals. They are listed as critically endangered, and most of the remaining members live either in zoos or preserves to protect them from hunters. Throughout the year, their coat changes its color from gray-brown in winter to white or blonde in summer. While the Addax is on the verge of extinction, it remains on the list of animals with big horns. Both males and females have long twisted horns that measure between 35 to 47 inches in length. Number 8. Mouflon. They are one of the members of the wild sheep family that are found across Iran and Iraq, and it's thought that the Mouflon is the ancestor of all modern domestic sheep breeds. They have reddish to dark brown short-haired coats, and in this species, only the male has horns. The average length of the male horns is around 25 inches, but it continues to grow throughout the life of the Mouflon. Females also have horns, but compared to the ones that males have, they are quite short and barely noticeable. However, females of many subspecies of Mouflons don't have horns. The males use their horns to attract the females or to fight and ensure their dominance in a group. Number 7. Elk. Known also as the wapiti, the elk is one of the largest species within the deer family and one of the largest mammals in North America. It's often confused with a moose, but even though they look similar, they're quite different. Their coat is off-white or beige from the neck down, while their necks are covered in shaggy mane with dark brown hair that usually matches with the color of their face. Due to their brownish hair on their faces and necks, many confuse them with a moose. But once you see the off-white body, you'll immediately know it's an elk. Only male elks grow horns, which can end up growing up to 1 inch per day until they fully develop. Their length can reach up to 48 inches and around 40 pounds per antler. Number 6. Oryx. This is one of the largest antelope species native to Africa and is one of the 4 species that are found throughout Africa. Their fur is pale with dark markings on the face, and the legs and their horns are almost straight. The only exception is the Scimitar-Oryx, who lacks the dark marks on the legs, and their horns have a slight curve rather than staying straight. Their horns can reach up to a length of around 30 inches, and in this case, female oryx tend to have longer and thinner horns compared to the males. They mainly use their horns to protect themselves against predators. Oryx has a great sense of smell and can live for a few weeks without any water. Number 5. Markhor. If you look at the meaning of the word Markhor, you'll see that in Persian it means snake. This refers to the shape of its horns that look like coiled snakes or the ability to kill snakes. Either way, they both work. The Markhor is known as the snake killer due to many legends that say that this animal is able to kill and eat snakes. This animal lives in mountain forests and shrublands and is native to Central Asia. Male Markhors live alone when it's not mating season, while females and young live in small herds. Their coat is light brown or black, and their most specific feature is definitely the horns. Even though both males and females grow horns, male horns are much bigger and can measure up to 63 inches if straightened. Number 4. Greater Kudu. Yet another member of the spiral-horned antelope group along with the Addax. However, this one has its characteristics. This woodland antelope is found in eastern and southern Africa, and it's one of the 2 species of kudu, the other one known as lesser kudu. The greater kudu's coat is brownish-gray with around 4 to 12 white stripes along with their bodies. The male kudus are able to grow long horns that have 2 or 3 twists but their horns don't begin to grow until they're from 6 to 12 months old. If they are measured along the curve, their horns can measure from 47 to 74 inches long. This is one of the largest species of antelope. The greater Kudu population has declined due to massive hunting and rapid habitat loss. However, they were evaluated as low risk of being endangered. Number 3. Moose. We've all heard of moose and we've probably all known what they look like, right? They're the largest deer species that inhabit the northern hemisphere. They're mainly known for their huge antlers of the male moose. The moose likes to live alone and will only meet up during the breeding season to mate, and then it goes back to living alone. Only the males grow antlers, which measure 6 feet from one end to another. They grow from each side of the head and look like cylindrical beams and have quite a few points. As the moose grows older, the strength of the horns grows as well. They begin to grow when the moose becomes 12 months old, but they recede every year. Number 2. Capra Ibex. Also called the Alpine Ibex, this animal is a species of wild goat that is found in mountainous regions of Europe, especially through the European Alps. They usually travel in small groups of around 6 and are separated according to their age and whether they're male or female. Their coats are brown and thick, which allows them to live quite high. Both males and females ibexes can grow horns, which are curved back and have multiple ridges along the length. However, the horns of the male ibex can reach up to 40 inches, while the horns of the female only measure 13 inches in length. During mating season, the male ibex will use its horns to fight off any rivals to get the female ibex. Number 1. Asian Water Buffalo. The Asian water buffalo holds the record for biggest horns in the world, where in 1955, such buffalo was measured and its horns were 13 feet 10 inches point to point. These species of buffalo are one of the most abundant buffalo species, with over 130 million worldwide. Their coats can range from black to gray depending on their age, and they stand 47 to 63 inches tall and weigh from 660 to 2,400 pounds. Their horns grow outward and curve into a semicircle, which makes them even more special and unique. Many can reach a length of up to 60 inches long each and a length of around 10 feet from point to point. Even though there are millions of these water buffaloes around the world, many can be found in Europe, Australia, North America, South America, and some African countries. On a related note, we wanted to know which animal out of the ones we mentioned before have you seen in real life? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.